As a podcast host, I believe in podcasting as a medium. And in this video, we're going to cover how to utilize podcasting to grow your law firm. First, let's talk about why podcasting is such a powerful medium. There's no other form of media out there that will allow somebody to stick you in their ears for 30 to 45 minutes and stay there with you the entire time. As a matter of fact, when somebody visits your website, your blog post, they'll be there for seconds before they leave. Even on your YouTube channel that you're watching right now, people are not sticking around till the end of the video, let alone binging on the episodes that are on the channel. The content that you create on a podcast is indexed by the search engines. It's always there. It's evergreen. Once you do it, the work is done. People will find it when they're looking for a solution. The last benefit of podcasting is that it creates an intimate relationship. There are a lot of people that I walk into who I've never seen before, and they say, I know you. I'm friends with you because I listen to your podcast every week. The easiest way to get started in podcasting and also to test the waters and see if it's for you is to simply be a guest on someone else's show. I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process to get booked on other people's shows right now. The first thing you want to do is identify a list of shows that are applicable to you. There's one of two ways to do this. Either shows that are relevant to your practice area or shows that are relevant to your audience that you're trying to reach. I learned a concept of the Dream 100 from Russell Brunson. The Dream 100 is basically creating a list of 100 shows that it's your dream to be on those shows. Once you have a list of 100 shows, chances are when you reach out to all of them, you're going to get booked on a number of those shows. The next step in the process is to create a speaker sheet. A speaker sheet is a one-page PDF that essentially sells you. It should contain at least your headshot and your bio. It can also include any past experiences that you've had as a guest on other people's platforms. The last piece of this puzzle, and this is the one that people miss, is to listen to the show you want to be on. By doing that, you now can have a couple of key takeaways that you can highlight when you reach out to the host. Another really neat trick that nobody's doing, leave a review for that podcast and then take a screenshot of it. When you reach out to the host and you say, hey, I'd love to be a guest on your show. I listened to this episode. I really liked what you said about such and such and such and such. And by the way, I already left you a rating and review. Here's a picture of it. Do you think they're going to say yes? Now, I mentioned earlier that you shouldn't use an agency to book you on a show. What you should do is delegate a lot of this work to a staff member. You don't necessarily need to be the one listening to the show. It could be somebody on your team. But to get this process right, it needs to be delegated internally. The last and final step of the process is to give instead of just taking. How do you give back to the host who just had you on their show? When they publish their show, make sure that you make a social media splash for them. And here's a bonus tip for you. Once you've been on somebody's show, you now have something that you can repurpose in other areas. For example, creating a bunch of small pieces of content for social media. It often helps to get hands-on experience when trying to implement a step-by-step process like this one. If you're looking for more hands-on experiences, I invite you to check out our workshop series. We run a number of in-person and virtual workshops throughout the year at Profit with Law. You can go to profitwithlaw.com, click on the events tab to find out more about the next event we have running.